In this video, I'm going to show you how I was able to catch this 1:7 using the ICC. If you are interested in taking trades like this, make sure you watch this video to the end. So before we begin, okay, let me just clear what I have here. So now you can see that I marked minimal positions, but I'm going to show you how to do this step by step. I'm not going to go over or skip anything. So for the ICC, for those who don't know the ICC is a very simple way of trading. Okay, so we are trading market structure basically. So normally when you go to the 1 hour time frame, you can see that when price is trending, okay, it makes a high, makes a higher low, and it breaks this high, okay, this high that we make. So normally you have to make what price is supposed to correct by making a higher low here. That is market structure, basic market structure. Then you join the trend when price gets above this, or sometimes you just join if your confluences are enough. You join here, and that is how you're able to catch price, not only from here, because remember, when price is trending, it's going to be making higher highs and higher lows, right? So instead of we taking profit here, normally we expect that price makes that higher high, okay? So that will be like maybe here. So that is where we take profit. That is why the ICC is very interesting. So you can see that the risk reward ratio is crazy when you are using the ICC. So I'm going to show you how to take high risk reward entries using the ICC. So for this trade, I'm going to show you how I did this. Let me just clear this for you so that you can see this. And clear this one too. Okay. So now, basically for the ICC, you start your analysis on the higher time frame. Okay, so you can use the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour time frame. So when I came to this chart, okay, you can see that crypto has been moving downward for a long time now. Okay, when I go to the 4 hour time frame, you can see that crypto has been moving down for a long time now, as you can see from here. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if crypto is moving down for weeks, this is literally weeks, okay, weeks of bearishness from crypto. So I'm thinking that, okay, the overall higher time frame bias is bearish. Okay, so I come to the 1 hour time frame. I think I came to this chart around 6:30, thereabouts 6:30. So I think around this time, as you can see here, around 6 to 6:30 this time. So when I came to the chart, okay, remember our overall higher time frame bias is what? Bearish. So we're thinking, okay, what are the claims to support our bearishness? But you see, from this point onward, price made a higher low, okay, and when price makes a higher low, we expect a higher high. Then it means that price is what? Is moving in an uptrend. So from this, you could have said that, okay, price is moving an uptrend because price has been making what? Higher highs and higher lows. So you can see price made this higher low here, made this high, higher low, and then this high. But you can see that when price made this high, price made a higher low again and made an equal high. This tells us that, okay, this upward move might be losing momentum, okay, when price made this equal high, or at least that's how I saw it. So when price made this equal high here, okay, then it was coming down, it's made this lower high. So it further confirms that, okay, this upward movement might be losing momentum. But I didn't get interested until price did this. So you can see that when you draw this gray zone here, okay, specifically this gray zone is a place where a support level or resistance level. So you basically draw your gray zone at near support or swing highs and swing lows. Okay, so you can see that at this support level there were a lot of buyers sitting here, because whenever price got here, it's reversed sharply. When it got here, it's reversed, it got here, it's reversed, it got here, it's reversed. You can see that multiple times price reversed from here, which shows us that there are a lot of buyers sitting at this gray zone here. So when price broke this, when I came to the chart, you can see that I came around 6 and I saw that price has given us an indication that there are no more buyers sitting, which means that if price is able to come at this level again, there's no way it is going to move up because there's no one to push it up from here. Okay, so that is what we saw, or that is what I saw when I came to this chart. Okay, so this was the indication that price gave us. So ICC is basically trading using a 3-step process. Okay, so for those of you who haven't heard of it before, I'm going to be putting the main channel link so that you can just go and learn the course. All right, for those of you who already know the ICC, just stick with me. Okay, So you can see that price made this indication here. This is the indication. So let me label it for you to see. Indication. So this is the indication that price made here. So when price makes an indication, you have to move to the lower time frame to track the indication. So normally I like using the 50 minutes time frame for crypto, okay, because crypto is very volatile. If you use the 5 minutes time frame, sometimes it can be very misleading. But if you have less information, you can use the 5 minutes time frame. So for the 15 minutes time frame, you can see that when price got to this level, okay, it's made this after making this indication. So when you go to the 5 minutes, you can see that on the 5 minutes, this was actually a swing high. Okay, this level here was a swing high, and this swing high is the one that caused this indication. But you can see that on the 15 minutes, it doesn't look like much. Okay, so this was the swing high that caused the indication. So when you go back to the 15 minutes, you can see that on 5 minutes, there's a lot of information to work with, so you have to be very careful, because sometimes the 5 minutes can be very misleading. So consider when price made this indication here, okay, we started making lower highs and lower lows. So price was basically making what? Levels of support, or sellers were making levels of support, or you can also call them resistance levels. But I like to see it as a level of support because price is making the indication. So you can see that the indication is still underway. So price is making lower highs. You can see lower levels of support, okay, or sellers are making lower levels of support, pushing price down, and at the same time breaking swing lows that buyers are trying to push markets from. So you can see that this is a swing low that buyers try to push the markets from. Try to mark this for you. You can see that this is a swing low that buyers try to push the markets from. Price broke that swing low. This is also a swing low that buyers try to push the markets from. Price broke that swing low. This is also a swing low that buyers try to push the markets from. Yes, so buyers try to push the markets from here, and price broke that swing low. Okay, so you can see that this is another support level that price sellers made here. Okay, so consider from here price just went straight down from here. But when you go to the 5 minutes, you're going to see something very interesting, and sometimes this works like magic, and I'm going to show you why. So you can see that we have accurately marked the swing highs from the 15 minutes time frame on the 5 minutes time frame. When we zoom down, you can see that we've accurately marked the swing levels. You can see that when you work with only the 5 minutes, for example, for this side, okay, you would have considered this as the end of the end of the indication and the beginning of the correction, because price broke, made a higher low, then tried to push up, but it ended up continued selling. So that is why I like to work with the 15 minutes time frame when I'm looking at crypto, okay, of very, very volatile pairs. So you can see that price was making lower highs, right? Lower support level here until price broke this support level here. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, price has broken this support level. What's next? Okay, so this shows us that the correction is about to begin, but it has not begun yet. It's about to begin. What will actually confirm the beginning of this correction, okay, is price making a higher low. So you can see that price made a higher low here, and then immediately it started just pushing up from here. So you can see that what occurred on the 15 minutes time frame was broken down on the 5 minutes time frame. But again, you have to be very careful when you're using the 5 minutes time frame. So you have to make sure that you interchange between the 15 and the 5. You have to be flexible with your time frame, your lower time frame, so that you don't get lied to by price. So when price made this level of indication here, and then we're correcting, so you can see that price made this level of support here, buyers made this level of support here. So now buyers are the ones making the levels of support. So they just pushed price up all the way until they made another level of support here. So you can see that they respected this level of support twice, which shows us that, okay, they don't want markets to go below this. Okay, so as you can see here, and they actually respected it again when sellers tried to push the markets down here. This is 3 times buyers telling us that the markets shouldn't move down from here, or they are very strong at this level, as you can see. So buyers kept making higher and higher levels of support here, as you can see. High level of support here made by buyers. Then another high level of support here made by buyers, as you can see. Then you can see that this is another high level of support here. Another high level of support here. When we look here, you can see that sellers try to push market down from here. They failed to do so. They tried to push market down again. They failed to do so. But markets made a lower high, which is very interesting. But you can see that they made another level of support here. So price broke this level of support. So in my mind, I'm thinking that, okay, if price has broken this level of support, then it should show me that, okay, the trend is going to what? Is going to change. Or that means the correction is going to what? It might start, or it's about to start. So what actually confirmed the begin or the end of the correction, sorry. What's actually confirmed the end of the correction was when price made a lower high, and not this one. Not this one, because you can see that whenever you monitor the movement of price, okay, and these small pullbacks, normally these small pullbacks are set up so that they can grab your liquidity, or when you enter and you put your stop loss right around here, okay, they can just tap into your stop loss and then move price down from here. So I did not consider this as a pullback, and the easiest way you can see this is by going to the 15 minutes time frame and seeing what it looks like at that level. So you can see that the 15 minutes time frame is just one candlestick here. Okay, on the 15 minutes time frame is just one candlestick here. But on the 5 minutes time frame, it looked like price made a pullback and was going. So you have to be very careful when you're working at this level. So you can see that when you go to the 5 minutes time frame here, this you cannot consider as a pullback, as a strong pullback. So this was the lower high that price made here, as you can see here. But I ended up taking my entries earlier than expected because of FOMO. I feared to miss out, because on a Friday I missed out on a trade because price just started moving down from here. So I think that FOMO kicked in my head, and I should have waited for this lower high. But I took my entries right around here when price broke this level, and I placed my stop loss here. I made my stop loss wider than usual because I took my entry very early. So I made my stop loss wider than usual, and I wasn't targeting here, right? And I told you, I'm going to show you why I wasn't targeting here. So you can see that when price made this lower high here, it's confirmed that, okay, the correction has ended officially. So this was where your entry should have come from here around this side, which honestly, when this happened, I was actually sure that this trade was going to play out, because price made a lower high, and then I would have entered right at the same points that I entered before. So I wasn't too sad, and you can see that price tried to grab the stops. So you can see that if you got in here and your stop loss was just above here, price would have removed you before actually making the move. So when you go to the 1 hour time frame, actually, let's go back to the 1 hour time frame. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if price is turning back bearish, then we should continue trending. Okay, I'm not just going to aim for this. So you can see that I marked this white zone here, and then also this white area here, because I'm thinking that, okay, this is the last level that buyers were able to push for price from. So if price breaks here, it is going towards come to this level, and I know that price will definitely break here because I've made a lower high and price resuming the overall bias or its overall movement. So you can see that price made this level and it's still pushing down. So we go back to the 15 minutes time frame, or let's go back to the 5 minutes time frame. So you can see that for here, I never took profit here. Okay, I just let price do its thing. Okay, I was supposed to sell here. Sorry, I was supposed to put the sell 2 on. So you can see that this is the lower high here. This was where our stop loss was sitting, right around here. And then this was where I got stopped out, right around here, because I had placed my stop loss here. Okay, so risk reward was a little bit larger than this. So this was how the trade looked like. So I got stopped out here because I was following market structure, okay, and I was trailing my stop too aggressively. I think I should have placed my stop loss here, so that, but because price made something that looked like a swing high here, I ended up putting my stop loss right around here. Yep, at this level. And then price came to take me out and it's still going down. So this is how I was able to catch this 1:7 on Bitcoin. Make sure you subscribe for more contents like this, and make sure you comment anything you didn't understand, or put anything you didn't understand in the comments, so that we can all grow together. Also, if you have any suggestions, feel free to put it down in the comments so that we can all improve our trading.